Hey guys, it's been my Asia. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not new, welcome back. For this video, I am going to be talking about, I think, 3 different jobs that I worked for and like my experience with working for them. And I'll be putting the link in the description on how you can apply for them as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So one job I do want to talk about is Afni. I don't know how to explain it. It's like with all these jobs, it's like I worked through them for a different company. So I guess there's some type of staffing agency that puts you into like different work at home jobs like in your area and stuff like that. With Afni, like I worked with them probably sometime 2 years ago, and they provided their own little laptop, and I worked for Agero, which is basically a roadside assistant company, and they were paying 15. Honestly, they were paying 15 at that time. They provided a little computer, headsets, basically everything you need, a nice little mouse too, and it was a good job. I would just say, like, when I was working at all these work at home jobs, I just wasn't really ready to work at home, if that makes sense. Like, I just didn't really want to work, because like I would work for all these jobs and then like end up leaving them for all these different reasons, whether it's for my mental health or me just messing up a good opportunity, whether it's just me just being lazy. So like, but I still want to talk about them because they're actually legit companies, and if I could go back to them, I would. Job number 2 would be Ttec. Ttec is a customer service agency where I worked at home as well. They provided 2 desktops, like is it desktops? Yeah, 2 desktops, a little box where you could hook up your information to, like I'm not really like a computer tech, so I don't really know what all this stuff is called. It provided headsets, they provided a mouse, keyboard, all that stuff. Everything you need to work, they provided. And you had to be on camera 24/7. So this job was a little strict because you would have to be on camera. But I'll say this job wasn't as strict as the job that I will be talking about. But this job was $15 an hour. It's a nice job. I would say the reason why I stopped working for this job is because, you know, I just had Kaden, you know, I was going through postpartum depression. Also, I ended up getting help from the hospital, basically. And due to me being in the hospital for 7 days, they ended up like firing me. But you know, I wouldn't blame them, especially if they're really strict on like you have to be in your training, because I was still in training during this time, and you can't miss any days. If you miss a day, you gotta let them know before you miss it. Otherwise, you know, it just depends on who you work for, because sometimes if you tell them that, look, I want this job, but I'm gonna be gone on this day, sometimes they could work with you. But if you say, if you just don't tell them anything at all, they're just gonna think that you're just no longer interested. So you just gotta really be like communicative when it comes to this job. I love this job, honestly. I was working for Progressive through Ttec. So basically I was the customer service rep talking to customers, trying to, you know, what really was I doing? Just like updating their policy and stuff like that. Because I'm not an insurance agent, so there's certain things that I can't do because I'm not a licensed insurance agent. So I forgot exactly, like, this was a while ago, I forgot exactly what you would be put to do, but they work for different like companies in their company. So, but Progressive was one of them that I was working for. This job is Teleperformance. When it comes to Teleperformance, they were like really big on you doing certain things. Like with Teleperformance, I had to take a whole test, and it was basically like you talking throughout like the test. It was kind of weird, but they also provide equipment, you know what I mean? So if you don't have like a desktop and you're interested in working at home, these are the 3 jobs that I definitely would go to, that I know for sure that they do provide equipment and they do ship it to your house, and they do paid training. Because I know there's some jobs that don't do paid training, but these are all jobs that do have paid training, and they do provide equipment, and it's pretty easy to get into, whether you have customer service experience or not. But let's go ahead and talk about Teleperformance. With Teleperformance, I was working for Apple, and I think you guys seen like the computer, like I was making a video of me like set up the computer and stuff. But they provided me like this desktop. They were stricter than any of the other jobs I ever worked for, because through Teleperformance you have to take this test where you're basically speaking and reading things out loud sometimes and giving them like sentences on like different words that they provide. It was a little weird, but when it came to like their interview, it was pretty simple. You just like join their little Zoom interview. They just talk about the job, and then at the end you just say if you're interested, you just drop your information, they contact you, and basically they send you the approval information and you basically got the job. Yeah, but what Apple, because I was working for Apple through Teleperformance, they were strict. You cannot have your phone on your desk at all. Your camera had to be on 24/7. You had to anticipate. Like, I hate talking in front of people, but you had to anticipate in it. And like, they will put you on the spot out of nowhere. Like, if they think you're not like paying attention, you know, they would like say, turn your screen on and show me like your status when it comes to like all these tests, because you had to take a lot of tests in order to, like, during your training you had to take a lot of tests, y'all. But honestly, I would go back, but I was slacking with that job too. It was fun, just like I'm the type that whenever I'm learning, I learn on my own speed. So I would just be like, he'll talk about something and I'll just be listening, not really, like one headphone on, one headphone off. And I would be like working ahead, just doing what I know I got to do, like all the different modules on there. So I would say that was the pro about that job. They provided Apple equipment. They provided headphones. They provided like the little keyboard, but it wasn't an Apple keyboard. It was just a nice white keyboard. They provided the little mat thing, and yeah. So I'll put all these job descriptions in the I'll put all these jobs information in my description down below, and you guys should definitely check it out. I know this video is a little everywhere, but I was talking about 3 different jobs. One was Afni, the other one was Ttec, and the other one was Teleperformance. And I hope you guys get approved. Comment down below if you guys actually like apply for any of these, or if you guys have worked for these, or if you're interested in checking them out. Please let me know, and I would love to like look into like more information for you. But I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next YouTube video. Mwah. Peace.